evening, everybody. I am Mr. First Down, a.k.a. Sam Dean, your favorite Titans fan. And yes, Matchbox 20 is way too many songs on my playlist, but it's not going to stop me. I can't be stopped. It's just not going to happen. And we are starting a new series here on Fanboys Unleashed where we are going to take our favorite Twitter followers and we are going to talk to them. And this man is the artist himself. He has made trolling an art form, especially to you poor Bears fans out there. He is the one, the only, at Goose_MN, but I call him Goose. How you doing, Goose?
Welcome. I'm doing well.
Buddy.
Thank you so much for inviting me on. I'm really excited to be a part of this. Thank you so much, Sam.
Appreciate it. You're welcome. Thank you. All right, there we go. All right. I wish they had a golf clap one. Oh, they don't have that yet. So, we'll just go ahead and jump into it. You're a Packers fan, right? Are you you have your Midwest accent. So, are you from Wisconsin? And
yep.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I grew up in a really small town in central Wisconsin. About about the year 2000, I moved over to the Twin Cities area, and I kind of stuck here. So, I currently live in the
the enemy state,
the enemy territory. But it's really good. But the one thing you'll never take from me is my Packer fandom. So Here I am, and loud and proud. My wife and daughter are also loud and proud. We wear our Packer gear like every Sunday or Saturday when we're out and about in the Twin Cities, and it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to rib Viking fans because they really don't have a whole lot to talk about. So it's a good time.
Just pain. Just eternal pain.
Yeah. And then you just say, when you're walking past someone, you just say, "Hey, Sam Darnold," and then they just crumble. That's all they do.
Did you ever think you would be able to say that name and watch somebody?
No.
That's the most amazing thing. We are watching my ginger brother, my ginger Sam, in the Super Bowl right now. No one had that on that bingo card. I don't care who you are. No one had it. It's amazing.
It's really interesting. I was actually listening to a little bit of sports talk radio in town, and I heard a little bit of a stat, and I think it was Thanksgiving when he started as the Carolina Panthers quarterback for that half a season. So was that like 2002, I think?
Well, Matt Rule, right?
Right. So since that start until now, he actually has the highest winning percentage out of any starting quarterback in the NFL.
That's crazy.
He's only lost like 10 games.
Oh,
like he's 33-10 or 34-10 or just something ridiculous like that. So, and we know, like, hey, he kind of filled in and he went on a run in Carolina, but I mean, this is for Tanner. He's got a better winning percentage than Patrick Mahomes. We'll just start it right away.
He's not. Yeah, just go ahead. Just go ahead. He's in here somewhere. Shoot your gun off in the air.
just firing bullets when we began. But I mean, I don't think anybody can see it, but I think you can see with a lot of these quarterbacks that get a second opportunity. They're really, really good player. Obviously, if you're drafted in the NFL, you're a really good player.
Oh yeah.
They're just not in the right situation, and he found the right situation. And obviously, going from San Francisco to Minnesota to Seattle has really accelerated his career. So he's in a really good spot right now.
Yes. No. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. It's funny watching him in the press conferences at the Super Bowl and everything. He looks dumbfounded, like, "Oh my gosh, I made it." Him and Drake May both are just staring around like, "Wow." Yeah, strange times when we have Sam Darnold and a team that was last place last year, the Patriots, making it happen.
So, no one had that on their bingo card. Absolutely no one had that on their bingo card. No way.
Yeah, it's really funny because I give Colin Cowherd a lot of crap, but he has staunchly been a Darnold supporter forever. He's like, "I don't care. I stand by him." I could hear Tammy Wynette singing "Stand By Your Man" the entire time. That's all I thought. Colin Cowherd was loyal to the bone to Sam Darnold. And anytime I hear Colin Cowherd talk about Sam Darnold, I remember when he was talking about him, he goes, "Sam Darnold, thick, trunky, coastal kid." And I'm like, I don't even know what that means.
What?
Like, an image doesn't come to my head. Like, a big, trunky, coastal kid. Okay. Interesting. You know,
do you think he's more obsessed with Darnold than Collinsworth is with Mahomes?
I don't
You
know
think that?
about
I mean,
that.
is that kind of a
I worried about Collinsworth. Like I worried about his sanity and his health when Mahomes wasn't playing anymore.
right?
Like Cowherd keeps trudging on. Collinsworth, I thought was going to break down. I will give Collinsworth credit though, because I found that guy that impersonated him on TikTok, and he met up with Collinsworth, and they had a laugh. So at least Collinsworth gets the joke.
Nice.
It'd be one thing if he didn't get the joke, and we were like, "Oh, bro," like
right.
But he gets the joke now, which I do appreciate. So you have a skill that I am just envious of, because everybody that's really good at stuff on Twitter is like, you can smack talk or you could troll or whatnot. I have neither of those skills. I can hold a debate pretty well, but if somebody hits me with something out of nowhere, I end up stuttering like a fool, like Sylvester the cat or something like that. So how do you decide who gets the target? Like, because I see you on Twitter, who gets that shot?
It's just really the outlandish takes, I guess, is where you come down to. It's mostly Bears fans, because I just absolutely grown up in central Wisconsin. We were taught to hate the Bears.
Oh yeah.
Like you hate the Bears. You hate the Bears. You hate the Bears. You hate the Bears. I was alive for their first Super Bowl. So yes, I'm old as hell. I understand that, but really it's just Bears fans. And when they just make a really outlandish, take, you just come back at them and you're like, here's the real facts of the situation. Like, you guys are all about Caleb Williams, like you were all about Trubisky, like you are all about Fields. Like, I mean, let's just add the laundry list of, hey, it was Cutler who was the guy, now it's Fields, now it's, it. So really that's what it just comes down to. And I just like to slide a little fact in with everything that I do. Like, here's an actual reality check for you, just to kind of bring you back down to earth. The fact is I appreciate all NFL fans and all of their passion to their teams. But if someone's just spouting off and being a complete idiot and they're not being passionate about what they say, they're going to be a target. It's going to happen.
Yeah, no, I run into that often in my fan base and other fan base. Right. And they're just like, oh, I can't believe you're saying all this stuff. I'm like, dude, we suck. I don't know what to tell you. We're awful. We have 4 years of bad. We've never had 4 years of bad. We've had 2 years of bad, not 4. So, like, I get your frustrations here, but we don't get to puff out our chests and say stuff, right? But did you see it in every fan base all over the place? No matter if they're bad, heck, they could lose the game and they will still be puffing out their chest. It's crazy to me. And then, of course, if I say something smart, like on a podcast, it's like, what do you know? You're a Titans fan. I'm like, oh, okay. All right. All my knowledge about football is void now for the team I root for.
No, all I'll say is, like, I appreciate your passion, just like a lot of followers on Twitter. Like, if you're going to be passionate about your team, just stick with your team and do it. And I'm actually probably one of the, well, I shouldn't say rare Packer fans, but I'm one of those Packer fans that's like, yeah, we're entitled. And we're kind of just spoiled rotten because every single year we're a top 5, top 10 team in the league. And we somehow figure out how to sneak in the playoffs. And then, all of a sudden it kind of backfires in our face. But, really it's just a matter of, I don't know, I guess I question LaFleur. I question some of the coaching decisions. I question everything because honestly, we're spoiled rotten. And if we don't get to the Super Bowl every single year as a Packers fan, we find that to be a fail, where most fan bases will say, hey, we made the playoffs. That's fantastic. Right. And we're like, oh, we've been here. Like, it's just another dance. Like, what are we doing? So,
yeah, I kind of wish some of the Patriots fans would do that. Right. Yeah. We won, but you had an easy schedule. That's a fact.
Right.
You had an easy schedule. Like, I'm not taking away from you. You're in the Super Bowl. Are you kidding? I'm just saying, if it was me and I was in the Super Bowl, I'd be like, yes, I had an easy schedule. Yes, I took advantage of it. Just state it. You know what I mean? Don't try to hide behind it. You had an easy schedule. It doesn't take away from anything.
And that goes to every Bears fans watching this for next year, because they went from a 4th place schedule to the 1st place schedule, and their life is going to change.
Yeah.
It's just going to be completely different. And you see teams like that make a run, right? Detroit made a run on a 4th place schedule. The Bears make a run on a 4th place schedule. and they're like, oh, Packers, you only just sneak in the playoffs. Well, yeah, we're usually playing a first or a second place schedule every single year. So you're playing legit Super Bowl contending teams from other divisions every single year.
Yeah.
For 6, 7, however many games of your schedule it is. So it can get kind of tough. It can get tough out there.
It can, unless it's me. I had the first draft pick, and I had to play every top 10 defense, sometimes twice, in the whole year. And I was like, well, okay, cool. This is great. I'll teach Cam Ward so much while he's getting destroyed in the backfield.
He's going to be fine, but he'd been better if they'd have kept Vrabel.
Oh, of course. Look,
I just had to get that.
No, it's okay. You're not the first to do it. You won't be the last. I have taken. If you go through my timeline on Twitter, I've done the Vader meme. Sam, do you miss Vrabel? That name no longer has any meaning to me. I'm done. I'm out. Alan Perales from the Rec Room Sports Network says we've been saying he's a Cowboys fan. We've been saying this for 30 years and it hasn't happened. Let it go, guys. Me too. Cowboys fans. Alan's great. Go ahead.
I just appreciate Jerry. Let's give you Kenny Clark and a couple first-round draft picks, and you can just send us Micah Parsons. It's just like, and now it sounds like, here's a little hot rumor. Jordan Love and George Pickens have the same agent.
Do they really?
Like Micah Parsons. Right?
Oh, man. Don't do this. Don't hit him while he's down.
Hey. Ed Oliver said we're all in. Goose said we're all in. Like, we're all in. I would not be surprised if they don't make some cuts and get some cap space open up and tell them, hey, let's go. Let's go.
It is the name of your true self. Good job, Alan.
That's brilliant, Alan.
Yeah, Alan's pretty great. I talked to him one time. I said, I don't get your fan base. If you're not good, if you're good, you let everybody hear about it, and the national networks on TV will back your play because you're the Cowboys, which makes us hate you even worse. And if you're bad, you're so happy to be talked about. You boast about how much you're talked about. Like, I don't get it. Nick Bodkin says, "Go Packers." Yeah.
Go Pack, Nick.
Yeah. Nick Bodkin from the Nick Bodkin Show. We'll make sure everybody tunes in to Super Bowl Super Mega Tuesday at 1 p.m. Central on Nick Bodkin's The Bodkin Show. Everybody. Yeah. What a guy. What a dish. What a doll. Anyway, so. You get to go? Have you been to Lambeau Field to the games and stuff like that? Yeah.
Yeah, I've been, I don't know, probably a half dozen regular season games. I went to a preseason game actually with my daughter about 3.5 years ago. And we actually sat up in the club level. So a friend of mine gave me his tickets so we could go. He's a season ticket holder. And he's like, hey, we're not going. Just enjoy it. And it was a really different experience because you were at Lambeau, but you didn't feel like you were at Lambeau, right? Because it's all glass. You can't hear the crowd.
Oh yeah,
But it was amazing. But actually, what we've been doing as a family is the last few years we go to something called Family Fun Night. So the week before preseason kicks off on a Saturday night, they sell $10 tickets to get into Lambeau Field. Most of the concessions are open. They do a practice and a laser light show and a fireworks show afterwards. And, we'll go for 3-4 days just to kind of experience the town. And then it allows me and my family, my daughter, to get into Lambeau. You can kind of see people a little bit up close. A lot of times after the Family Fun Night, the players will actually be walking through the stadium, like in the concourse area, signing autographs and stuff. It's just a
epic,
completely different experience than I think most owners give their fan base, and that's the unique thing about, the state of Wisconsin, the Green Bay Packers, is we're considered a nonprofit or owned by the city sort of franchise. Now we know there's a board of directors and all of that stuff, but they really do focus on the fan experience and building a culture rather than just come here and buy my $12 hot dog and then go home. Right? It's just a little different sort of feel. So Lambeau Field, if you haven't been there, I know you got to go to the draft, so you got to see Lambeau Field and kind of experience Green Bay, Wisconsin. But there's 100,000 people in that town and 85,000 people in that stadium. So let's do real hard math here and then figure out, how many businesses shut down on a Sunday because it's a Packer game, right?
I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it. No, you could feel the history in that building. You could feel it. I've told people this before. You were not told to be quiet and be respectful when you walk into that stadium, but you walked into that stadium and every fan base, no matter who it was, I mean, sure, they were talking and whatnot, but no one was loud. It was like right before church started and everybody's kind of chattering to themselves or whatnot.
Is it the Vatican in Wisconsin? Is that what we're saying at this point, Sam?
It is football church. People call it football Mecca, football church. Like it's there. Yeah. I remember the Titans beat reporter named Jim Wyatt caught me from a distance with a video, and I had a 40, and I was just cranking. This is like my sixth one, and he goes, Mr. First Down is in Wisconsin, and he looks ... ready.
And I think, like, as an opposing fan, if you come to Lambeau Field and you tailgate before the game, which everybody should do, like you just walk 100%. Through a residential area and then all of a sudden it's Lambeau Field, so you experience that too.
Yeah, that was a strange thing, seeing the houses. I'm still not used to that. I was like,
right?
Okay.
You're like, hey, there's a 59 Rambler over there, and then there's Lambeau Field across the street. Right?
Exactly. The little gated fence. And I'm like, what is this fence going to do?
Nothing.
Like, there's just a two-way street with cars going in and out.
Right.
Like, ingress and egress. Like, your little fence means nothing. Nothing. Like,
I promise you, if you go there as an opposing fan and you tailgate, you will be invited with warmth and love and food and alcohol.
Well, that's the best part. It was the draft, and I got all those things anyway. I walked into the Captain Morgan tent, and I didn't buy a single drink, but I drank quite a bit in the Captain Morgan tent. So they enjoyed it. They enjoyed that I came from Tennessee to be up there. I was talking to a guy, and we were talking about anything. He was talking about his church and his Sunday school. And this Bears fan walks by. He goes, hold on a second. F you, buddy. Okay? Yeah. F you. Get out of here. Like, yeah. And he goes right back to talking to me. And I'm like, okay.
That might be the one fan that wouldn't get fed at Lambeau Field. That could be.
Well, you're all 3 hours away from each other.
That might be the one fan.
Oh,
Well, they're going to be farther away soon, because even Chicago, like Kansas, like the Chiefs.
Gary, Indiana.
They're probably going to move out of state to the well-populated area of Gary, Indiana, the 100-year-old industrial town of Gary, Indiana. Let's build a stadium there.
Gary.
Yeah,
that's really so strange. It doesn't make any sense. It's just mind-boggling to me. That's like saying, all right, we're the Tennessee Titans, but we play in Bowling Green, Kentucky. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. But
I think the modern NFL owner, and I've been thinking about this for a while, but how many of the modern NFL owners are really concerned about winning a Super Bowl rather than profit?
That's a good point. Yeah.
So you see a lot of these stadiums going up that are enclosed because they want to be able to have stuff Super in them year round, right? I want a Super Bowl. I want a rock concert. I want a Monster Jam. I want all of those things, especially in the northern part of the country. So it's really just, best owners in sports.
Yeah, I was about to say, go ahead, Goose. Your first victim has arrived.
Best owners in sports.
May the gentleman from Wisconsin please take the floor.
Yeah. I'm not going to say anything bad about the Broncos franchise, to be honest with you.
They're successful.
They're one of my favorites. They're successful. I watched my team lose to John Elway in the Super Bowl, and I really wasn't sad about it because that was John's first Super Bowl. And, I was just like, hey, John deserves a Super Bowl too. He's had a spectacular 100%. Career. Mm-hmm. And so I'm not going to say anything bad about Broncos. If there's any team in that division that I actually respect, it's the Broncos. Now the Chiefs, that are $55 million over the cap, have the oldest head coach in the NFL, and Mahomes might not play next season. That is going to be a struggle.
I know you're here, Tanner.
That's going to be the struggle. you know, when your starting quarterback right now looks like a guy that could be in Top Gun, you should probably fear for your franchise.
Yeah, replace the field halfway through the season for player. Yeah, no,
right.
I get it.
Yeah, no, I agree, man. Like
Mhm.
like I said, mad respect to the Broncos ownership.
I can't help but fund them because I have to shop at Walmart. I have no choice.
Yeah.
I have to shop at Wally World. Where am I going to go? Am I going to go to Target? I'm not going to Target, as we say down here.
You don't go to Target?
Oh, Target? Yeah, come on. You got to go to Target.
We hit Sam's Club quite a bit, so I guess.
Oh, me too.
Me too. I guess we kind of do support the whole Bronco. I should get. There should be like a program. If you spend so much at Sam's Club, you get a free Bronco ticket. It should be kind of like a punch card, right?
You just bought that 58 pack of Dr. Pepper. Here you go.
Exactly.
So that's usually what I stock this fridge up with. It's like my wife walks in, But yeah, no, it's always. I enjoyed my time while I was up there. I had a great time. I loved. Everybody was super nice. I loved the accent. They said I had an accent. I don't think I have an accent, but I guess when I get north and imbibe that I might turn into dang old shoot.
You didn't wear a belt buckle, did you, Sam? Did you keep the belt buckle at bay at least and no cowboy boots? Or
I had a belt. No, I was in Mr. First Down gear the whole time. So I had the Oilers colors Nike ambushes and the knee-high socks and all the 18 boas. But you have something up here called a cold snap, and I was not ready for that. I was not. So when they say it's going to be 60-something degrees that day, but watch out, there's a cold snap in the morning. And I said, what's that? Like, okay. And so me and my Colts fan cousin, we both wore hoodies and we went out and we were like, oh God, it was just the wind, icy wind. And it was awful.
We're built different.
You are
different. Sam.
Yes, you are. A sheriff's deputy told me, he goes, hey, buddy, you should have brought that southern weather with you. It's going to get really icy tomorrow. Don't you know?
A lot of oops. Let me squeeze. And a lot of or no. Do you want a beer or no?
Look. Hey, look at this fella. He's got a big old Titans hat on. He looks like he's dressed up to the nines. Yeah. No. Yeah. But I went to this, and God bless them. They were the people that needed the money. The infrastructure in Green Bay is such to where I had to stay at a hotel 30 minutes outside the city, which is a lot of us, which was problematic, but it was cool because I got to see a bunch of cows. You got to understand, I've never seen that many cows at once. So I'm having the time of my life. My cousin thinks I'm an idiot. He's from Indiana. He sees it all the time. And he's like, you're an idiot. And I'm like, but look at it. Look at the cows.
Look at all the cows.
Look at it.
Where all the cheese comes from. That's where they come from.
The big bay doors were open. They were far as the eye can see. So I'm flipping. I'm having a great time. So we stayed in Brilliant, and we went to this little mom and pop breakfast shop. And God bless her, she had tears in her eyes because the building was full. All of us were there. All the different fan bases were there because there was nowhere else to go. And I just remember sitting there. My cousin's making fun of me the whole time because I'm sitting there listening. And she, oh, Barb, how you doing there? Oh, I'm fine, Steve. Hey, did you go clean out Stu's septic tank? Oh, Stu likes his septic tank a certain way. And I'm just sitting there like gushing. I was like, oh, my God, this is amazing. But anyway, so, just a fun time for me there or whatnot. So I'll get this stuff, and then we'll begin our main event here. What do the Packers need to draft this year?
In the famous words of some of my close friends and I, we need at least one big fat guy.
On offense or defense?
on defense. So, we got Micah Parsons, we got Devontae Wyatt, we got LVN or a smattering of other guys on the other side of the line. But we don't have a run-stopping nose tackle. We just don't. And I want a guy that's like, I don't care if he's 6'1", 6'2", 6'3". I don't care if he's 5'11". I want him to be like 330, 340 pounds. I want like a Gilbert Brown sort of.
I got you.
Just let's grab just take up some room in there and let our linebackers eat a little bit. So I think we need a little bit. We needed some help on the interior offensive line. We need a big fat guy. And then I wouldn't be surprised if we don't draft 2 to 3 cornerbacks this year.
This is the one to do it in. There's so many cornerbacks.
I really think this is, the Packers in the past have double or triple dipped at positions. Like they'll do a run on wide receivers, so they'll do a run on linebackers. Like, 2 years ago, we grabbed a few linebackers, we grabbed a few safeties. Like they like to run on these positions every once in a while. So I'm hoping a big fat guy. I'm hoping a interior offensive lineman. And then I want to make a run on a few cornerbacks. We just don't have any boundary cornerbacks that can stand up. We got great safeties. We got Bullard, who's a safety that's playing slot. He's doing it fantastic at run support. We just need some boundary corners, and the free agent market is really thin. Right. And we can't just roll with the same guys. If we want to roll with the same guys because they're cheap, except for Hobbs, that was an absolute disaster. We just need to bring in some fresh blood in that position in particular. So that's what I'm looking for in the draft.
Okay. I like it. Do you think that is what you need to get you to the promised land, or is that just a piece of what you need?
I think we need what every other team in the NFL needs. I think we just need to stay healthy.
That's a good one.
Yeah. If you look to see what we actually lost, like Tucker Kraft going down was a huge loss to our offense. Zach Tom not
reception king Tucker Kraft.
Right. Yeah. Yak King Tucker Kraft. Right. So right tackle, all pro right tackle goes down. That mixes up the offensive line. Micah Parsons, the one-man wrecking crew, goes down. There was just a smattering of injuries, but they were significant injuries. It wasn't the second guy or the third guy. It was your number one guy.
Right.
No depth our number pieces. One tight end. Our number one. And then we didn't have our number one wide receiver for most of the season. Like Watson came, in the back half of the season. So I really think, we were the youngest team in the NFL again for like the third year in a row, which is insane when you think about it.
You had me beat, which is shocking, by the way.
Right.
I had 7 rookies started and you still beat me. Like, that's crazy.
Well, Packer fans always joke about this. Goot is kind of like Leonardo DiCaprio. Once you hit 30, he has nothing to do with you. He's like, get out of here. Right. So there's no.
Oh, she's 27. Oh,
yeah. There's no third contracts, or there's very rarely a third contract. He's like, oh, there's a really great vet. He's 33 years old. We should bring him in. Oh, nope. He's 33. If he's 29, I'm okay with it. But 33, nah, So I really just think it comes down to health. I'm excited for our new defensive coordinator. I'm hoping that allows LaFleur to really just focus on specifically on the offense and being a head coach. His game management skills are poor at times. So I'm hoping Gannon stands on the sideline with him and can kind of help him with some of that game management or time management stuff. I'd really like our defensive coordinator back on the sideline. I know everybody thinks they should be up in the sky so they can see what's going on the field, but I want the head guy on the sideline. I guess I'm a little old school in that way. Put the linebacker coach up there, put, somebody else up in the sky to tell him what's going on the field. I want the DC there, especially if he's got head coaching experience. I want him on the sideline, period. In a story.
Yeah, I mean, especially with Matt's flubs every now and then. If you had somebody else down there could go, hey, timeout now. Timeout. Like, or something.
Someone besides Rich Bisaccia, who has been the highest paid special teams coordinator in the league with the worst special teams unit in the NFL. Get him out of here.
It's so shocking because I've seen him coach and be well on special teams. He's done well. And for some reason, I don't know what happened. He just fell apart. I don't know. I don't get it.
He leaves the Raiders. Their special teams gets better. He gets hired by the Packers. Our special teams gets worse. Now, a few things. The Packers have these thresholds that we use when we draft players, right? So anybody we draft or sign, we have a threshold. Perfect example, we say we will not draft a cornerback who is not at least 5'11". Jair Alexander was 5'10.5". So Goot was like, oh, we're going to draft him. This is okay, right?
Yeah.
So they're really looking for like these specific size, speed, strength, and sometimes the analytics gets in the way of that's just a really big-hearted football player that can make something happen on the football field.
They have a type, yeah.
Right. So, I don't think they necessarily draft players to fit special teams as much as they do just to, hey, we need a seventh wide receiver that's going to be able to perform. No, you need your sixth or seventh wide receiver to be a special teamer, right? Your fifth linebacker needs to be a special teamer.
Right.
So I don't think they forego some of those thresholds to get those players that should just be on the field.
I like it. I like it. I'm all about it. That's how these things go. All right, time for the main event, Goose. Oh, no. Time for the main event. So there bad. We go. All right, we are going to go. We'll just do AFC, and next time I have you on, we'll do NFC. That's what
okay.
So I'll spare you a little bit here. AFC East, your choice to troll on are the Patriots, the Bills, the Dolphins, or Jets. Which one gets the goosey rub?
I think it's the Bills this year, and here's the reason why.
Jets fans everywhere go,
oh. Yeah. I mean, you did have a Jets. So the Jets had a head coach that played defensive back, and their team literally did not have an interception this year. That's embarrassing enough.
Yeah.
Like, we'll just let them sit in that stat. The Bills just confuse me. Like, so your team makes the playoffs, you make a little bit of a run. Things are sort of falling apart. You want to do, quote unquote, a culture change. So you fire the head coach, even though the GM has built a crappy roster, and you promote the offensive coordinator. So you did no culture change, and you still have a crappy roster. That one just baffles me. That's just, I don't know what's going on there.
The owner dissing the coaching staff and then hiring somebody from coaching staff.
What are you doing?
I've scratched my head at that one. I don't know what, like, it made zero sense. I was like, well, they're not hiring anybody on their coaching staff then. Because I just went ahead and wrote Brian Daboll's gone. Like, he's going to be the head coach.
Should have been.
And then they hired, him. And I'm like, okay, cool. I'll see you later. Thanks. See ya. Wow.
That was horrible.
Yeah. I mean, I thought it was pretty great, but, anyway. So, AFC North, Steelers, Ravens, Bengals, Browns.
You have the defensive player of the year. You have a former NFL coach of the year, and you fire him because the ownership group decided Deshaun Watson was going to be the face of the franchise. And then what do is you grab Shedeur Sanders in the 5th round, and then you play him over your, third round draft pick?
I believe so.
Well, you basically blame the head coach for every freaking issue that you created, and it's just a circus.
Yeah.
And your best player in the league is, like Myles Garrett is probably considered a top 2-3 player in the NFL, period, right? He might just be the best player in the NFL right now.
Yes, I think he is probably the best player in the NFL, period.
And he comes out and he's basically pissed off that they fired Stefanski. You're like, what are you doing? And then Schwartz goes, I'm not going to be the head coach. See you later. So now Myles is like, I don't have either of these guys. I'm going to Max Crosby this and get the hell out of here. Like, what am I doing?
Not to mention, as of yesterday, they had the defensive rookie of the year in their linebacker.
Oh, sure. Yeah. You're right.
So,
I mean, what are we doing?
I don't know.
I think they kind of troll themselves a little bit, to be honest with you. I don't even know if you really need to troll them.
Who also, speaking of bingo cards, who had Zach Taylor surviving the year and being the most tenured coach in the division right now?
He should have been gone. That's the one guy I was like, he's gone.
I don't get it.
Does Joe Burrow just love Zach Taylor? Like, what's going on there?
All right. Let me go ahead and say a prayer for myself. AFC South, Jags, Texans, Colts, Titans. Duck and cover.
It's just one word. It's Vrabel. That's it. That's the only word you have to say.
I'll never talk, Pop. I'll never talk.
Music City Miracle and Vrabel. That's it. That's all you have to say.
Stop it. Stop it. He's already dead. Stop it. Fine by me, because I said the exact same things every week.
Right, but, exactly right.
Oh boy, the one I've been waiting for. I'm going ahead and smoke a cigarette. AFC West: Broncos, Chargers, Chiefs, Raiders.
Well, I kind of gave a little bit of away earlier, but the Chiefs, I had said previous to the season, I think back in June, that there were two teams that I didn't think were going to make the playoffs, and that was the Detroit Lions and the Kansas City Chiefs.
Look at you,
and
two for two.
I kind of saw the writing on the wall. And entering this offseason, they're really in tough spot. $55 million over in the cap, oldest head coach in the NFL. Right. Mahomes isn't playing next year, and they love their fan base so much they're leaving town, like they're out of here, right? So, I mean, I think they're starting to troll themselves at this point. And your quarterback is so manly that he names his kids after rare earth metals. So, I mean, it's not like belt buckle. It's not like, these strong Stetson, these strong, it's, I'll name my kid Platinum. I have a daughter named Platinum, and she's going to be on stage with Mercedes at the local titty bar down the street.
I can't wait for Juniper to come up.
Right. Well, exactly. Like, what are you doing? So, yeah, this is really just a shot at Tanner, but I think the Chiefs are, I think they're in a lot of trouble for a few years. And Reed being at the age that he is, I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't hang it up next year, depending on what happens with Mahomes coming back. Now, I will give them credit. They did hire Bieniemy back. So they let Nagy walk, and they're like, hey, let's bring Eric back, because Mahomes really likes Bieniemy when he was in the when he was on the coaching staff. So they did make one smart move, but I also feel that just might be like hey, Eric, you're just going to take a year or two, and then when Andy sails off into the sunset, if you and Mahomes love each other, this is your ship. So I think they're just positioning themselves for a new head coach. But
no, I get it. I think the Chiefs are doing what you and I, right? We're starting the youngest players in the league, right? You and I are.
Yeah.
The Chiefs are starting the oldest players in the league.
It's funny because I actually looked that up today because I wanted to have a little more firepower against Tanner if I could get it.
Sure.
But roster-wise, they're like the 6th or 7th youngest roster in the NFL. So I think some of their main players are aging, like the Chris Jones, the Patrick Mahomes, the Travis Kelce's, some of their offensive linemen. But overall, because they spent so much money on Chris Jones and Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce, they got a ton of rookies because they just have to have a ton of these first and second year players to fill the gap. So, and they're $55 million over the cap after the $10 million adjustment. They're screwed. They're just really screwed.
Pat's going to have to take a pay cut again, I guess. And
he'll never be Tom Brady. And everybody can rail on Tom Brady all they want, but these players make a crap ton of money off of the field. They make way more money off of the field if they're a good player than they do on. Yeah. But Tom was never the highest paid quarterback in the NFL ever. He just wasn't, because he wanted Gronk. He wanted Edelman. He wanted all these guys.
He was willing to negotiate on his contract.
I'll take 10 or 15 million less while I'm married to the richest supermodel on the planet and just figure out life. Right? I mean, yeah, exactly. So
he unfollowed the Patriots on his socials today.
Well, it's
scandal.
It's kind of funny, like I saw the Barstool sports guy, Dave or whatever, get all pissy.
Oh God, Portnoy.
Because he's like, Tom says he doesn't have any skin in the game, and he was a Patriots legend. It's like, no, Tom works for Fox now, and Tom is now a media personality. If Tom just wants to be neutral because he's part owner of the Raiders, he's not going to say anything. He's just going to be really quiet and just keep sailing along. By the way, why the hell did the Raiders why do you hire Pete Carroll? Like, what were you doing?
I think they were getting somebody they thought would steady the ship. Now, I didn't expect them to be as bad as they were. They looked putrid. And I know bad football. That was bad football. And they just I really thought they would try to get 5 or 6 wins. They couldn't muster anything. Gino looked okay with the Seahawks. Thought he would look okay here. Nothing. And I thought Genty was going to be more of a powerhouse. He was not. And, I don't know what happened. I really have no clue. Couldn't tell you.
Well, I think they're probably still paying Gruden at this point. Like how many head coaches they've gone through on these 5-year deals. Like, honestly, you have to pay those contracts out. It's not like you just get to walk away from those contracts. So,
cap, all that stuff.
Yeah. They got John Gruden from 2018 to 2021, so he probably got paid through 2023. Now, Rich, I like to call him Bitch Assia, but it's Bisaccia. He was just the interim head coach for a little bit.
That's a first for me. So,
oh, really?
Yeah.
I say it all the time. Like it's Bitch Assia. It's not Bisaccia at this point. So they're still paying Josh McDaniels. They're still paying Antonio Pierce, and they're still paying Pete Carroll.
Oh,
and they have to hire a head coach. There has to be a salary cap at some point on these coaching positions. Like you have to say, I'm very sorry, but now you have exceeded your allotted amount to pay out to head
Payment
coaches.
Payment declined.
Right,
Swipe.
You can't just be like, oh, Micah Parsons didn't work out, so we're going to cut him, and we're going to get Myles Garrett, and then we're going to cut him, and then we're going to get Max Crosby, and then we're going to cut him, and then you know what I mean? Like you just can't. But so they're like paying. I think they're paying 4 head coaches this next year. Like that's just insane when you think about it.
It is. It is insane. It is insane. Goose, it has absolutely been a pleasure. We'll have you back sometime next month to do the NFC and talk about probably the Super Bowl and anything else that pops up in the news. The last question, I ask these questions of everybody here. You're having the biggest tailgate in NFL history. I probably know the answer to this, but I want to hear it anyway. Which fan base out of all the 32 is not invited? Oh, he's actually thinking.
There
it is.
Bears.
Thanks for coming on, Goose.
Yeah.
I appreciate it, buddy.
Thank you. Thank you,
All
sir.
Right. You catch us next time on Fanboys Unleashed. I'm going to head over to TikTok, do a little bit of live, and then I'm going to head to bed. Goose, thanks again for coming on. You're fantastic. Thank you. And we will see y'all later.